Welcome back to the channel, guys. Episode 4 of the Lambo SV EV swap. Finally getting back to it. I took 2 weeks off, was working on another car, an S7. I'll put some pictures up so you guys can check it out. Actually came out really good. With these long projects that I have, sometimes I gotta mix it up a little bit. I need some variety in my life. I think that's the only way I can kind of stay on track. But anyway, big day today. I'm gonna start disassembling the Model S, which is behind me. I just took it out one last time on its last ride as a Model S, and kind of bummed out, honestly, about it. It's a beautiful car. It's a fast car. And as a true craftsman, I'm having a really tough time dismantling it. But I bought it for that reason, and it's going to a bigger cause. So anyway, I keep telling myself that. But want to give you guys a little run through on where the actual monocoque sits. So let's check that out. Okay, so I was off for 2 weeks. Haven't done a ton on the monocoque itself, but I was able to source this rear upper frame beam thing, whatever you want to call it, from Lambo itself. It's like $2,800, and I was able to find this on eBay. It was pretty bent. You can see where it was damaged here. It was pretty bent in this way, and I was able to put it in my 20-ton press over here, and I was able to straighten it out. So you can see it. It came out really good. I also just had to make this repair here, but otherwise lined up perfectly good. Bolted right up to there. I still got to clean all this up. This looks like crap, but that's where that's sitting as of right now. I also bought some of these mock-up batteries from a company called Westside EV. But really cool cardboard boxes that give you a really good idea of how big the Tesla battery modules are. And so if you know or don't know, I have to fit 16 of these in here. So I've been kind of playing around where, you know, maybe I could probably fit 12 back in here and then potentially bring, you know, 4 up in the front. I can fit 4 here pretty easy in front of the front motor. So kind of playing with a couple of configurations at this point. I certainly don't want to put all the weight in the back of this car. You know, I talked to a couple of the gearheads here locally, my buddy Willie B, and he was saying that really the best handling car is going to be like a 50-50. So anyway, that's where the monocoque sits as of right now. And let's get into tearing up this guy. So step 1 is going to be dropping the battery out from underneath this car. I've got to be very, very careful. It's a 400 volt battery, so it's high voltage. I bought some really good gloves off eBay when I'm going to be dealing with any of the power stuff, but essentially this whole battery pack drops out of here. It's like 14 or 16 bolts. So I think what I'll do is just get them just about unbolted. Maybe leave 2 or 3 in there, and then I'll come back and lift this back up and put these steel stands maybe somewhere else under the car, or put some jack stands or something, and then use that forklift to kind of drop the whole battery out and pull it out. So Okay, so I was able to get the rear subframe dropped out from the car. Took me, I don't know, 2 hours or so. Didn't really watch any YouTube videos or anything on it. I just kind of took my time and figured it out. But this is the big sport motor, the one you want. So, looks to be in decent shape. I suppose I don't know what a bad one would look like. There's the battery also. Can't believe how much this thing weighs. Gonna work on the front end next. Just about done with day 2 of the Tesla Model S teardown. And we are just about done. Here's the front drive unit. Looks to be in okay shape. It looks like there might have been an oil seal that went bad. This little region here looks like it's soaked in some kind of gear oil. So that's the front lower subframe. That's the rear subframe. This is all the front end components. This is this is what's left of the Tesla. But day 2 has pretty much just been spent on this entire front clip here. The rear dropped right out. The rear was significantly easier, but I did take apart all of the inside as well. Underneath this region was the battery chargers themselves. So these are the 2 battery chargers. This is my controlled box for the rear. Here's the plug. So I'm gonna try to keep all of the factory wiring so that I'm not rolling the dice with anything, any aftermarket stuff. And here's the front Tesla calipers. They're 4-piston, but the rear of the Lambo is 4-piston, so I might use those. They're Brembo, so anyway, I'm gonna get this thing rolling again. I'm gonna put the subframes back in and put it back on the wheels so I can get it on the ground and get it out of here. So, just in case anybody was wondering if my 3D print was accurate, holes lined up perfect. Fits in there really good. Anyway, getting ready to do a little dry fit up with this thing so I can get the front mounts tack welded in place. This rear mount fit in here perfect. Hardly any play. So that 3D print was very accurate. All right, guys. Day 2, episode 4, Tesla Teardown in the books. I am cooked. 2 straight 10-hour days. My back hurts. My feet hurt. Man, I feel like I used to be able to do this for weeks, but getting older. Anyway, very happy with the weekend. Was able to completely tear down the Model S and inventory everything I needed. So looks pretty good. Looks like a parts house in here, but was also able to get the rear LDU fitted up. Very happy with how it looks. Just dropped right in there. So happy with the progress so far. I know I missed like a 2-week update, but I was also able to potentially use, that's the 14-inch rotor from the Tesla front wheel. Has the same lug pattern. They're both 5x120. I might be able to use that on the rear of the car with the larger front Tesla brake caliper. So there was 2 sizes. They were both 4-piston. But you can see these 2 are the smaller ones. That one and this one are the bigger ones. So the factory Lambo uses a 6-piston in the front, which I will use the factory stuff for. But I might be able to go. These are Brembo anyway. They just write Tesla on them. We'll paint over that. But anyway, ton of value in buying the wrecked Tesla. I'm very happy going this route instead of piecing it together on eBay. So, I mean, the battery packs alone are like $7,000, $8,000. So for the amount that I paid for the Tesla, definitely the value was there. So anyway, that's it. That's it. Episode 4 is a wrap. Check back in a couple weeks. I'm just going to be sourcing parts. So a lot of that is just skimming eBay every single day. But anyway, be kind to each other. We'll see you.